Hi there guys, welcome back. Real quick one today. I have to make some eccentrics to drive the spool valves in a couple of steam engines, little steam models I'm building. And it occurred to me to show you this. There are, of course, very expensive options available, as there are for everything in the world of machining. But if, like me, you have a small lathe, this is an Axminster, it's made by a company called Sieg. It's just a small engineering lathe, specifically really for model engineers. Then those kind of chucks aren't really available to you. You're kind of stuck with the three jaw option only. So here's how you get around that. What we're going to use is we're going to use a piece of brass. Nice soft metal, it's not going to mark anything. This is just an offcut from one of the models. And simply put, I am going to pop this against one of the jaws. And offset the piece of work that I'm turning by the thickness of that little piece of metal. Now, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do. I hope you can see that. Let me just zoom you in. That's why I've got the bend on the end of this particular piece. I'm going to slip that in there and tighten it up, and that's it. Okay, so with this super slow, you can see what's going on here. The piece of metal, whilst still perpendicular to the blade there, so it's still straight in the chuck but offset between the three jaws, is moving around. Now, I find it easier with these to actually start cutting on the face as opposed to the edge, because the edge gives you a hit and miss cut, which with these cutter inserts can actually cause them to break off. And as long as you're very, very gentle with it, that's absolutely fine. But as I say, I find it's easier to sort of start somewhere on the face. I'll speed this up a little. And then back it out. Okay, now that's going to be enough just to show you what's going on here, so let me stop that. Pop it out. You can see there exactly what's going on. So that one's a really rough start, but let me just go over to the desk here, and I'll show you how you calculate the offset. Okay, so here's an example of what we're looking to create here. Pretty straightforward, just drilled straight through with a 4mm hole, and then offset, in this case by 1.5 mm. So when you then turn the piece and reduce the spindle down, it produces this elliptical effect, this cam. Now, it's easier to see what's going on if you get rid of the edge around the outside. So here's another one made in the same setup, where I haven't actually machined it all the way around, just touched off on that edge, and then cut into the side. And you can see here very clearly that if you use a 1mm spacer, we're going to end up with, let me just check this one here, yeah, we end up with a 1.5mm, or just a little over in this case, 1.5mm step offset. What's actually happening here, if you visualize this, is that the piece that was central has basically just been shoved over, so the center now becomes that. You would expect on first glance that it's going to be a 1mm offset on the left hand side with that 1mm spacer on the right. It doesn't work quite like that. It's always multiplied by 1.5 times the thickness of your spacer. So whatever spacer you're using, just multiply it by 1.5 times. A 1mm spacer, it's going to be a 1.5mm offset. 2mm spacer, it'll be a 3mm offset. 3mm, 4.5mm, etc., etc. So that allows you very easily to determine what spacings you'll need to put in your spool valve to cope with the movement up and down when this thing is spinning. There you go, super simple. So there you go, guys. If anyone out there knows an easier way of doing it, please let me know in the comments down below. But for my money, I think that's probably the simplest, cheapest by far, and easiest way of turning eccentric components using standard tooling. Any hobby lathe will be able to do this as long as it's got 3 jaws. So yeah, you don't need to go out and spend a clean fortune on dedicated chucks to achieve that result. So yeah, thanks very much for watching. If that's been useful to you, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take it easy.